Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, November 16th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. I'm also on Facebook under Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach Medium. I'm on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp, and I am also on TikTok, though overdue for content there, under Lisa Hopp 55. And for those of you who listen every week, thank you. Today's topic is actually from an email from a listener, and so I am so grateful for that. Thank you, because I want to know what to talk about, and also it gives me the opportunity at times to learn if I don't know what you're asking about, and I'm all about that. So thank you. I am more grateful than you can know. If you are listening here on TikTok and you feel called, please like, subscribe, and share. And on any platform that you're listening from, if you can like and follow, please do so. I would appreciate it so much. And if you have an idea for a topic, please be sure to email me at serenityharbor@verizon.net. Thank you. Let's get to it. So today's topic, as I said, comes through an email. And I'm just going to read the email, a couple paragraphs of it, and then dive right into it. So the question is, the reason why they're writing is that they're asking for clarification about healing others. And they said the reason that they are asking is that their meditations have always been centered around changing themselves. But recently they found out that someone that matters to them, a coworker, has been going through quite a bit of medical issues. And so they began to incorporate healing into their morning meditations. Oh, well done. It feels great doing this, and they know there's no harm in, bringing them in to the meditation in the positive energy that's being sent. But they are wondering if there's actually an effect on this person that they're sending healing to, or is it just making them feel good? And they have no idea. And so they wanted me to address it because they feel that there is some conflicting info out there between teachers at times about it. And I get it. It's not just a black and white kind of answer to it. So they've heard that their own beliefs, that it's our beliefs. They probably heard it from me. Dis-ease is caused from our emotions. It's caused from our beliefs. Recently, I heard someone say that you can't cure something because it's inherited. That's a belief. That is not a truth. And so our beliefs are very powerful. That's why you want to make sure that the beliefs you have are what you really want, not just beliefs handed down to you or beliefs you've heard. Very important. We can make our own beliefs. So because beliefs can cause illness or emotions within people, how would it be possible to override that in someone else? So let's go there. All right. So I want to tell you, number one, it is the greatest gift and what God wants us to do, to send out healing to others, to be oneness, to include them, to not just have healing centered on ourselves. All the cures that happen, I feel all the cures that happen within the I don't want to say clients necessarily, but the people who attend Dr. Joe Dispenza, who attend his conferences, who do it without attending his in-person retreats, that do it on their own. All of them have a moment of great love in a mystical, strong sense about their fellow man. Some are what are called healers. And there's Healies where you get healing, because they do have cohesive healing. And the healers are most effective with their healing, and usually it's the way that they get the healing for the person they're trying to heal is when they start to feel that tremendous love for them. It is at inside going over to another person, and also for mankind as a whole. That's why if you've listened to me more than today, you know I've said about the heart-mind cohesion and that love in the heart. That heart is the most powerful organ, weapon we have. It is what cures. The heart cures. Now, at a lighter note, that's why it said laughter's the best medicine. Because laughter raises your vibration, but it also can lift your heart, right? You start to feel joy. You start to feel peace. You start to feel calm. So when you are sending healing to another, you're actually using God's source within you. You are being God in that moment. And that energy in that other dimension, that is God, along with your angels, your guides, your departed loved ones, any beings, any masters, are overjoyed. They want us to serve each other that way. Decades ago, I became self-employed, and I went on trust. I am following my life purpose, so if you follow your life purpose, the clients will show up, right? Well, they didn't all that much at first. It was very slow. So I remember one day after months in full frustration, I was sitting at a desk in an upper office I had at the time, and I was just like, God, I said out loud in this office by myself, I am trying to serve you. Please help me serve you. And this booming male voice came into the room, not in my head, not in my emotions, but into the room, as if a being were in the room, immediately, without even a delay. And that booming voice, which was a strong male voice, said, "Serve your fellow man, my child. That's how you serve me." And I gulped. I stopped breathing for a moment because of that moment, of course, because I knew who that was. That is what I'm saying to you. Serve your fellow man. Now, we tend to do things conditionally. We tend to serve our fellow man and then look for how does it return to us. We're not supposed to write invoices. We are supposed to do things unconditionally. To our detriment? No, you're not supposed to drain yourself or give healing to another and not you if you need it. There is a flow. There is I give out and then I give back. It's like a circle. We're supposed to take care of ourselves. We are supposed to ask for healing for ourselves. We are supposed to be fully aligned with that energy that heals and serves mankind. Because again, we are God within. So back to the question, knowing that, well done if you are trying to be the God within you to serve someone. And yes, it's serving someone you know and love, but also serve others. If you see a stranger that needs it, send it out to them. It doesn't have to be someone that you personally know and someone you personally care for. We're all one in this. Now, what some of the teachers, why they're contradicting of this at times, it's not really they're contradicting. Yes, as I said, is that dis-ease, anything comes from some emotional state and often backed up by beliefs. And we all have a will. We all have a will. So, if someone's will is not to be healed, you can be the most effective master healer. You can be Jesus on earth, but you are not going to be able to heal them. It is a cooperative effort. It is a team effort. There were, and this may sound controversial to you, but it's truth, there were people that did not stay healed that Jesus healed because they were not ready to be, because of what was happening within them was not in a place to stay that way. So it's not healing that you get from outside in and you're miraculously cured and you don't have to do anything about it. You are a team member. So when people go to places, wonderful, beautiful places like Fatima, Medjugorje, some get healing, some don't. Is it a luck of the draw? Is it a lottery win? No. The people who get healed have an emotional belief system that allows for healing to take place, that begins the process in these places of healing themselves. And then the energy of the place brings it home. So it's both together, not just one. And let's go there too about anything. We separate ourselves from God, from healing, from money, from health, from love. We choose to do it. There is no real separation except what we choose. We look outward for what is already inward. The abilities, anything you would want, it's already yours. It's there. It's just waiting for you to come to it. And that's how our angels are. Our archangels, Michael, Raphael, all of them, Gabriel, they're just hanging around waiting for us to come towards them, to ask them for help, to ask for communion with them. We don't have to wait for them to come to us. They're waiting for us to come to them. That is why they say, if you know about interaction with angels, that we have a free will that we have to surrender. That's what we're talking about. Surrendering your free will, not giving up control, just saying, I am surrendering my will to allow your help. And they're like, yay, because they have joy in their job, but they have to have permission. And so you don't have to even verbalize permission. Just within yourself say, I want to have you helping me, feeling, asking for help with emotions is fine. We have been taught by man that we are separate, that we're on our own, that we have to be good in order to get a prayer answered, that prayers are outward coming to us. And some get a yes and some get a no. That is not true. All of your prayers are automatically yes, just by your birthright. But you can stop yourself from having that yes by saying, I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I'm ready for this cure. I don't know. Or no. So in this particular case, when you're sending healing to a coworker, they may not be in a place where they want to receive it. But that is not for you to find out about before you send the healing. Because if they do not say yes to the healing with their soul, with their spirit, that healing still goes out to others. You're still doing a higher good, and you're also helping them in the whatever way they will allow you to help them. Because sometimes, for instance, someone I know recently, they wanted to pass, their soul surrendered to pass. But I still sent healing to allow them to have more peace and just calm. So kind of like a little whole energetic sedative, perhaps. That's good to do. So your healing helps even if it doesn't have the impact that you're hoping for or the outcome that you're hoping for. So it's never a wasted time, and it's always higher good. Okay. So when spiritual teachers tell you that it's not always good to send healing, that's what they're talking about. Or, maybe not wording it that way, but the contradictions, the conflicting info. You cannot automatically heal someone by sending them healing, but you are impacting them in a positive way no matter what. It's about outcome. You may have an idea of what that outcome should be for yourself, but it's not your decision. It is between that person and God's source, their story, their will, their decisions. And another thing I want to add in here that I'm not sure was included in the meditation, it depends on the situation. I send healing to people sometimes and don't say anything. And sometimes I'll let a loved one know I'm sending healing. Sometimes I'll let them know I'm sending healing. It's individual. Never send healing. Well, never tell someone you're sending healing and not to say this is happening with any of, the listeners or even the person who posed a question, but, do not make a show of sending healing. Do not announce you're sending healing unless you know to bring the person peace, that it's a positive. You don't have to do it in secret, necessarily, of course, but it also, like praying in front of people so that you're putting on a show, it's not necessary and important. Don't announce what you're doing unless you feel, again, that it brings some solace or comfort to the one you're trying to send it to. If you want to, if you feel it would help to whisper to one of their loved ones or to them, I've been praying for them. Because saying that, by the way, means I've been sending healing. Or even saying I've been, in my morning meditations, sending some thoughts, prayers, healing their way. Usually that's accepted with a smile. Usually it brings comfort. That's okay. It's okay. Does it mean that if they are not cured, you weren't supposed to, or you stepped out of line in any way? No, it doesn't mean a thing. It's, so take that individually. With that, take it individually. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So when a spiritual teacher says to you not to send healing to another, what their meaning is that you might be going against their will. But again, love, compassion, empathy, help in the way of healing, trying to send healing, that is not going against any will. It's just, again, if you're asking for a particular outcome that you feel is best, that's when it is going against their will. Coming back to it, love of each other, love of who is the least unlovable. Don't we have them in this world, right? You know what I mean. The ones that want to cause harm to others. They need love more than anyone. Not excuses, not ignoring, but whatever love you can really build up for your fellow man, that is what we are here to master, to tap into, to do common good with. And the wonderful thing is that when you feel compelled to send healing in a meditation for your fellow man, you're doing a life purpose. You're on the super team. You are on the committee, the team with angels, with God, with the hierarchy. So well done. And they'll welcome you. They won't say, I'm sorry, this is the presidential washroom or VIP washroom and you're not allowed. No, they'll be like, come on in, help us. The more the better. So know that. Also know, don't do anything you're not ready to do. If you're not ready to be on that committee, it's okay. Just try in your everyday life, in your everyday task, in the present moment, try to feel love, lightness, smile, be kind. Do your best. We are all in a place where we can have a day where it's like, we can all have moments where we may love another but not like people, or be having a day where we're challenged. We may be having a day where, listen, I'm tired. I don't want to have to think of everyone all the time. That's okay. Just don't make it a daily life. And no, you don't have to always be on that committee, but do your best moment to moment for yourself first and others. You cannot effectively help mankind or even effectively help your life if you don't feel peace, joy, wholeness. I've start to make, and my mentors would right now correct me immediately, but I'm going to be honest with you. I've started to make an investment in myself to really focus on wholeness, on peace, and yes, on love. And they would say, be it now. Don't try. Don't make an intention. Don't make an investment. You are it now. And they're right. And I love being called out. But what you can do to invest in yourself in this new year of 2026, I'm going to be offering, side note, I'm going to be offering more videos, more offerings, really, to help you invest in yourself. Some will not have a monetary investment with you investing in yourself as a way of serving, so that you can feel that you're more powerful and more peaceful and more whole, more connected to God. Because we get it's like we unplug that connection, right? We pull out the plug. Well, I'm going to keep you plugged in, will help to keep you, facilitate helping to keep you plugged in and charging up. All right? That's so important during these times. And actually, it is the times we're in. It was predicted to tap in to that quantum field and to evolve this earth into harmony, into love, into really positive power. But first, you must feel it within you. You can't be tapped in or plugged into the matrix when you're feeling like you're not charged up. So that peace, that wholeness, that empowerment, that love, that unlimitedness, that all those probabilities and possibilities, they're yours first to examine, to focus on, to build, to implement, all of that. So please then look on my website, follow me on YouTube, because I have wonderful new friends and mentors who are helping me to serve you through seeing who I am, they're helping me see who I truly am. And I will be helping you to see who you truly are. And who you truly are is someone who is pulled into naturally to want to make this world a better place. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you again for being who you are. as I started this podcast saying. All right. So I hope that answered the question. That it's all right. It's more than all right. It's more than all right. You know what I do sometimes, and if you listen to this weekly, you probably heard me say this. This morning before I got on this podcast, and last night, sometimes I'll watch the news. It's more for the weather, to be honest. But when I watch the news and they featuring someone, I will see my energetic hands on each side of their face just sending them love. And I do that because if someone's on the news being featured, don't they need it a little bit? Yes? I don't want to say they need a little bit more, but they need it. But I would do that as well with maybe people I see walking down a sidewalk. I do that silently. Well, you now know. But I don't tell them I'm doing it. I don't tell the person in the room with me when I'm doing it when I see people on the news that I'm doing it. If someone occurs to me in my mind that's on earth, I send them energy. So that is such a powerful thing. You do not have to be certified in a healing modality to do that. You have the power to do that just by being a child of God. So think about that and the great empowerment and service it does. It's very powerful in a wonderful way because energy builds energy. And when you increase wonderful energy, it's going to make this world a better place. And we all want this world to be a better place. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Please again, subscribe, and share if you're on YouTube. Like and follow if you're at Apple, iHeart, wherever you're listening to this podcast. And please follow me on the other sites such as Instagram and my business page. Because on my business page I put inspirations most days, Monday through Friday, and I also schedule events, and some of them are virtual that you can attend, and I would love to see you. Thank you again. Have a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next time.